I am a 28-year-old girl with a disability who is a 2-time Paralympian. This is my story. Hi, my name is Teigan Van Roosmalen. I am 28 years of age. I was born in Motor Vale Hospital in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. I was born without any complication and no obvious problems. At the beginning of my life, I was just like every other normal baby. Looking back over my life so far, my life has been anything but normal. My journey to navigating the world has been a rocking start. From being diagnosed with profoundly bilateral deafness at 6 months old to type 1 Usher syndrome at 7 years of age. My life has been full of potential trials. At 6 months old, my parents were very concerned at my gross motor development. I was taken to various pediatric specialists, getting a host of different answers like cerebral palsy to no diagnosis. My family agreed to try everything they could to help me walk and talk. I started pulling myself up at 12 months of age and could walk few steps by 15 months. At 22 months old, I was the centre of the world's first medical procedure. This groundbreaking procedure aimed to get a cochlear implant into a tiny head. The professor stated, "This child will hear and now looks like she will walk." This defied the odds from a lot of doctors. Professor Gibson also stated that I was one of the deafest baby he had come into contact with. I also had difficulty in learning to speak, which my mum and my family did everything they could to help me become oral. My grandfather, through our local police, funded myself, my mum, my grandma to attend the John Tracy Clinic in Los Angeles, America, which gave my mum the tools to teach me language. Having taken my first step towards speech, I was ready to attend the local mainstream school with my brothers. Here I had to learn to fit in, navigate my way around the school, friends, learning, responsibility, just like every other child. From being in the pool at an early age, I started to learn to swim and my gross motor skills developed, and I continue slowly catch up to my brothers. My parents allowed me to get involved with everything that I can get my hands onto and made me very independently at a very young age. I love swimming so much, I started attending swimming carnivals and started winning medals at a country champs at age of 6. This was the start of my very long swimming career, representing Australia at 2 Paralympic Games, Beijing 2008, London 2012, and being a special guest at Sydney 2000 Olympics and Paralympics. My swimming coach organised for me to train with Susie O'Neill, our great Madam Butterfly. From 6 to 8 years of age, I started having difficulty in my vision, especially at night. From seeing doctors, Usher syndrome was a possibility that there was ultimately rejected by these doctors until I was tested by Professor Martin, who through quite invasive eye testing diagnosed with me recognized pigmentosa. He stated that this would increasingly get worse over my life and puberty would be the worst time and I would eventually go blind. This was a shocking news to me and my family, and they always band things together and do whatever they can do to help me to get through this. At this time, the Usher syndrome was a possibility, but now formal diagnosis was given. I now needed a vision and a deaf aid during school, but this didn't slow me down. My parents never stopped me from doing things. They actually encouraged me to do everything my brothers and my friends did. I was not a disabled, but I had challenge that would test me. I surfed, I did surf life saving and compete in ocean against kids around my age. I skied, I played soccer, I swam, and yes, bike riding. I would run into things, but I will get myself back up and go again. Nothing stops me. My parents were very supportive and encouraged me to live independently life and be confident in doing so. Over the years, my vision considerably got worse. When I went to high school, they painted stairs yellow, so I could see them and did everything to help me, so I didn't stand out. This made me transitioning into high school easier. I tried out for teams for school sport and gave everything a try. But swimming again took over. I excel at school swimming and represent New South Wales every year at my school years. One year I received the highest female sporting commendation in high school in any sport. I also took part in the Duke of Edinburgh Award, getting my bronze and silver award. I did quite well at school academically. From my medical issues, swimming took up the other half of my life. Every morning and afternoon, my brothers and I trained. They were good swimmers but mainly did it for surfing. Myself, I loved it for racing. I have represented has a high level of both international and national events, including 2 Paralympic Games, Beijing in 2008, London in 2012. I was fortunate enough to win a gold, silver, bronze medals. And on one occasion, I was declared a swimmer of the meet at a disability games. My love for swimming and competition has taken me to many places around the world, including Pacific Rim, Asia, Europe, North America. Apart from Paralympic Games, I have also represented Australia at the Deaf Olympics in 2005 at a various countries. I also received a scholarship, being a 3-year full scholarship at the Australian Institute of Sport in Canberra, Australia. I hold the world record in 200 metres butterfly, which was set in 2009, reducing 15 seconds, and it's just been broken. I swim with a disability of S13, which is for the vision impairment. S15 is the deafness. That does not count in Paralympic swimming. I have been highly involved at a local community, representing at a Shelley Beach Surf Club at the state titles. Me and my younger brother even rescued 2 boys that were swept out in the sea during the sunset. I was inducted to the Sport Person Hall of Fame at the Powerhouse Museum in Sydney. My sporting achievements and attitude towards life has led me to receiving a lot of media attention, from local papers to television. At 18 years of age, seeing a different professor, Professor Belmont at Retina Clinic in Sydney, has fully diagnosed me with Usher syndrome type 1. I have no night vision whatsoever and have problems in bright sunshine. I have vision at the moment in my right eye 8 to 10%, my left eye 12 to 15%. I now have cysts in both of my eyes, and they're quite large. They are pushing on the optic nerve, and at times it reduced my vision to nothing. This has not set me back, as I am very positive and still set goals to improve myself. Not be able to drive makes it awkward, but I have gotten used to the public transport. I ride my push bike to get around as a form of transport, even though my mum doesn't like me riding because she's scared of me getting killed because I can't hear the cars or see the cars properly. But my dad thinks I should go ahead and keep riding my bike. He knows that's my independence, and I have an excellent family support. I try not to limit to myself. This is a good example, me backpacking through Europe on my own. Along the way, I had lots of challenging. I had to deal with communication, currency, language barriers, dealing with being in the dark in a foreign country. Most of the time, I was on my own. This adventure even saw me riding through a tunnel that, to me, were pitch black, as a part of the bike riding tour. What implant has done for me, enabled to live a normal life through schooling till now. I have completed additional study. I am fully qualified remedial massage therapist. Interact normally and live independently day-to-day life. It's enabled to me to work as a swimming instructor, coaching and teaching able and disabled swimming clients. There is so much experience in life, and I never let my disability define what I can and can't do.
Probably one of the biggest moments that stick out in my mind is when Teigan actually won a gold medal over in Brazil at the World Cup, and I heard the national anthem played for my own daughter, and that was pretty big. School, being the only one out of all my family that's sort of done a HSC, Teigan achieved that, and all that while continuing with the sporting career. Yeah, like Teigan makes me proud every day. It was probably a bit of a shock to the system to understand actually what Usher syndrome was, but watching Teigan grow up and seeing how well she's coped and adapted with it, and we really haven't had to treat her too different to the boys. I've never stopped Teigan from doing anything that she really wants to do. You know, whether it's out in the surf, swimming out in the surf, riding a push bike. You know, my preference now is, as she's in the later stages of the Usher syndrome, is to have someone with her when she does that, but that's not always possible. So I just have to trust that Teigan's got enough sense to do the right thing, and I know she does.
I'm proud to be her mother and thankful that I got to share Teigan's journey of life from the beginning until today and for many more years to come. Teigan's had a great swimming career that has taken her many places, but also the fact that she has proved doctors and professors wrong from her first diagnosis to how independent she lives and works full-time today. I'm proud that she doesn't let anything stop her living a normal life and how she conducts herself. 3 words to describe Teigan. She's a character, she's got abundance of independence, and there's no limits to life. What has been the hardest thing about being the mother of Teigan and her journey was getting her diagnosed and making people, professionals, understand that I could feel there was something wrong. So getting her diagnosed with her hearing first and then her vision, to later on having Usher syndrome type 1, was difficult and really had to push forward with a lot of people to get it to where she is today. Teigan and I have always had a saying, they never said it'd be easy, they just said it'd be worth it. And that's what we've always worked towards. Fondest memory of Teigan's life so far is the fact that I've been able to share her journey with her through the good times and the bad. They said Teigan would never walk, hear or talk. Today she runs, she doesn't shut up, and she's got a zest in life. The reason why I don't like Teigan riding her bike is because I think it's dangerous, but how can you say no to Teigan? I wouldn't be a good mother if I didn't worry and didn't care. Teigan's a great example for someone living with Usher syndrome type 1.